Earth, our home, and a planet full of absurdity. It's wild to think the same place where history-changing events unfolded is also where we argue on Twitter or laugh at nonsensical memes. But absurdity isn't new. History has always been a mix of the serious and the ridiculous. So, let's dive into 25 random, absurd historical facts. If you enjoy, leave a like. It helps a lot. Without further ado, here we go. Napoleon versus rabbits. In 1807, Napoleon arranged a rabbit hunt. When the rabbits were released, they charged at him and his men, turning the hunter into the hunted. Shortest war. The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896 lasted just 38 minutes, leaving Zanzibar with heavy losses and Britain with a wounded sailor. A parrot at a funeral. Andrew Jackson's pet parrot disrupted his 1845 funeral by swearing so loudly it had to be removed. Einstein as president. In 1952, Israel offered Albert Einstein its presidency. He declined, saying he lacked the skills to deal with people. Fear of tomatoes. Infamous for its witch trials, held a trial in 1820 to prove tomatoes weren't poisonous. They were cleared when someone ate a whole basket and survived. Caligula's horse. The Roman Emperor Caligula planned to make his favorite horse a senator, believing it would outperform human ones. King Henry VIII's knights. 4 men who wiped the king's backside were knighted, a job that lasted longer than most of his marriages. Hitler's Volkswagen. The Beetle was commissioned by Hitler as an affordable car for the masses. The longest year. 46. BCE had 445 days because Julius Caesar added extra months to fix the calendar. Poisoned alcohol. During Prohibition, the US government poisoned industrial alcohols to deter drinking, killing an estimated 10,000 people. The man who survived 2 atomic bombs. Tsutomu Yamaguchi lived through the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings and lived to 93. The Voynich manuscript. A mysterious 15th century book written in an unknown language still confounds experts. LBJ's bathroom meetings. President Lyndon B. Johnson conducted meetings while using the toilet, to the discomfort of everyone else. The Titanic and submarines. The Titanic's discovery in 1985 was a cover for a secret mission to locate lost nuclear submarines. Cleopatra's timeline. Cleopatra lived closer to the invention of the smartphone than the construction of the pyramids. Cleopatra is actually closer to us in time than she is to the construction of the pyramids. It might sound crazy, but it's true. Cleopatra lived shortly before the birth of Christ. She died in 30 BC. On the other hand, the pyramids were completed around 2600 BC. That's a gap of over 2,500 years between Cleopatra and the pyramids. Now, consider this. It's currently 2022. The time between us and Cleopatra's death is just over 2,000 years. That means Cleopatra is over 400 years, closer to us than she was to the completion of the pyramids. History really has a way of changing how we see time, doesn't it? Fidel Castro's assassination attempts. Over 600 plots failed to kill him, including exploding cigars and poisoned diving suits. Death by elephant. In ancient Asia, elephants were used for executions, sometimes outfitted with blades for gruesome efficiency. Cats and the plague. Pope Gregory IX condemned cats in the 13th century, which some believe contributed to the spread of the Black Death.